Good morning in a very hot, humid summer in New York City. It is quite incredible. After Luke chapter 10, verse 1 onwards. After this, the Lord appointed 72 others, and sent them on ahead of him, two by two, into every town and place where he himself was about to go. You see what the disciples were called to be doing? To prepare the ground for Jesus' visit. In a way, we are also being sent out to this world to prepare for the Lord's return. You know? So it's sort of a parallel. But you can see the heartbeat of Christ. He wants the harvest. Okay? And verse 2, and he said to them, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. Wow. So let's break this major important statement down. First, the harvest is not the church harvest or my harvest or your harvest or our harvest. Is Jesus' harvest. Amen. It's the Lord's harvest. Now, he said that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. In his context, the harvest is truly plentiful. Everywhere he goes, people go wild on him because of his tremendous miracles and healings in particular. His healings. He keeps healing people. So there's a huge attraction, a big crowd unto him. And people are just drawn towards him. And that's why he said the harvest is plentiful. But the problem is the laborers are few. No, we have this sort of a double-edged problem in our days. First, in our days, I think the harvest is not plentiful. And the laborers are few. That is correct. So we have both problems. You know why I say harvest is few? You know, our population has grown like 2,000 times from Jesus' days, perhaps. I'm just throw some number. But you can see that by this huge increase of population, our harvest should have become even much bigger, right? That technically is actually true. But in reality, it is not true. Try to reach out some of this neighborhood. This is rich neighborhood, I'm sorry. Or any neighborhood, the more medium income neighborhood like mine, or poorer income, inner city, wherever you go, nothing is going to be easy. Nothing. Why? The way I see it, because the period is different now. The apostolic Jesus healings, miracles, if we could do even half of what Jesus healings today in New York City or in America or anywhere in the world, I think we'd draw a pretty big crowd, right? Because the world is no more healthier. The world's probably even sicker than the world in the first century in Israel. So why doesn't the Lord give us the power to heal more? Well, this is a mystery. I have no idea. I guess one way to look at it is, at those days, they didn't have the revelation of the Gospels and the epistles and the New Testament, wonderful letters. They didn't, but we do. But they had Jesus with them. My gosh, it's just like revival after revival, okay? So we don't. So we will have to take what we got and run with it. So our evangelism will be looking very, very differently. Okay, so the idolatry are very, very different today from those days. The laborers are few, yeah, you bet. Laborers are few. It takes me it's going to be 7 years to graduate with my MDiv. If you want to be fully qualified to do a good theological, exegetical, systematic, biblical, philosophical, historical, confessional, pastoral job, it's going to take a lot of training. Yeah, last time I was a pastor with no seminary training at all, but just training from church teachings, etc., and my own zeal, my own passion, the Lord's calling in me. Yeah, we managed to plant a couple of successful churches, you know. That was back in Malaysia, but now US, I'm looking for the next move of God. Yeah, so it will be exciting. So it is a sort of a harvest field for us to find out how do you do that. But Jesus did say, the next verse, therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. You see, because the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Pray to the Lord of harvest to raise more laborers and send them out. Pray more to go to seminary schools and to be trained in the pastoral and the exegetical, theological training, so that people are equipped with the mind and the soul and the spirit and good heart to go out to reach, to reap the harvest. Okay, so Jesus said, pray to the Lord of harvest. So in our case, we have to pray to the Lord of harvest for people to be soft in their hearts, and also more laborers. I think laborers is secondary. The most important is harvest. If the harvest is huge, and more people will be going to be trained to be ready. But because harvest is so small and miserable, and the churches seem to be all struggling just to keep themselves afloat, to be relevant with these hostile assaults of the social, philosophical age of the day. We are really, without Christ, would have sunk. But praise be God, the Lord has carried us. So the church I believe, is really crying out, oh God, soften the harvest, show us the harvest. Soften the hearts of the men and women, so that we even have a chance to share the gospel with them. Praise be God. Amen.